5, 4, 3, 2. Movie like rap, yeah. Movie like rap, yeah. Movie like rap, yeah. Movie like rap, yeah. Hey, this is Movie Mike, and as promised, I'm back with my review of 1972's Silent Night, Bloody Night. Silent Night, Bloody Night was directed by Theodore Gershuni and stars Patrick O'Neal, James Patterson, Mary Warnov, and John Carradine. The story of Silent Night, Bloody Night starts out with a flashback to 1950, when William Butler was accidentally burned to death at his home on Christmas Eve. In his will, Mr. Butler leaves the house to his grandson Jeffrey, under the condition that he never sell it or change it in any way. 20-something years later, Jeffrey Butler finds himself in dire need of money, so he puts the Butler house up for sale, priced low enough to ensure a quick sale. At approximately the same time, a maniac escapes from a local mental institution, and unknown to anyone else, takes up residence at the Butler house. As the film continues, anyone who is unfortunate enough to enter the Butler house is brutally murdered by the unknown black-gloved maniac. As the film concludes, the Butler family's dark past and the identity of the killer are finally revealed, leaving only a single survivor to tell the tale. Considering that director Theodore Gershuni had a very low budget to work with, I think he did a great job with what he had, even though some of the scenes in the movie are very underlit. The cinematography borrows a lot of tricks from the Italian giallo films, and that gives the movie a proto-slasher film kind of feel. The editing leaves a lot to be desired, but the script is surprisingly good enough to help the film overcome its technical flaws. The lighting and sound are okay for the most part, but until this film is properly restored, I would consider them to be the film's weakest area. The cast features several known actors in the lead roles, but the rest of the actors that appear in this film were former members of Andy Warhol's Factory. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because all of the actors provide performances that are good enough to keep the story interesting. Silent Night, Bloody Night was actually made in 1970, but for some unknown reason it wasn't released until 1972. When it was finally released, it ended up playing in the drive-in theater circuit of the 1970s and 80s, under various titles including Night of the Dark Full Moon and Death House, until it eventually wound up in the public domain library of films. This means that Silent Night, Bloody Night actually predates Black Christmas, and it should probably be considered the first true holiday-themed slasher film. It has recently come to my attention that a remake of Silent Night, Bloody Night has already been made, and will be released sometime during the first quarter of 2014. Now, while that may not be great news, what is great news is that it was also announced that a new remastered HD transfer of the film will be released on DVD at roughly the same time. In my opinion, Silent Night, Bloody Night is a decent early entry in the slasher film genre, and I can definitely recommend that you check it out. But I would advise you to wait for the new HD transfer before you do. That way, hopefully you can enjoy the film for what it is, without its many low-budget and poor transfer-related flaws ruining your experience. Well, this concludes my review of 1972's Silent Night, Bloody Night. That's all I have for you in this video, but I'll be back next time with my review of 1984's Silent Night, Deadly Night. Until then, please check out all the awesome YouTube channels located in my More Channels of Movie Madness section on my YouTube channel. And I also invite you to tune in to this week's episode of The Sausage Factory. This week we'll be talking about our favorite Christmas-themed movies. And you can join in on the discussion and interact with us live during the show in the comments section of the video. That's The Sausage Factory this Thursday, December 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on the Sausage Factory YouTube channel. That's all for now. See you later, and thanks for watching.